All right, so good morning. Today we will solve this question. So this is electromagnetic induction, and you can see the situation. Okay, so what is given is that you have a magnetic field which is inward, but the magnetic field is increasing at a constant rate, which means the number of flux lines which are going inside are increasing at a constant rate. So which means you have a dB by dt available to you, and it is greater than 0. So it is increasing at a constant rate. So dB by dt is equal to k. Okay, it's a constant rate. Okay, and there is a rate which is existing. So this is a loop which is given to you. Okay, you have to find the direction of induced current in AB and CD. If the magnetic field increases, which means the number of flux lines in this here will go up, right? So what is the statement of Lenz's law? The Lenz's law will state that the very cause which is increasing the magnetic field has to be opposed. What is increasing the magnetic field here, right? What is increasing? This is responsible for increase of magnetic. So if I have to calculate the directions of the current, let me say the direction of the current which is induced in AB is upward. So let me use the right hand rule. If I hold it like this, my thumb is pointing inwards and my palm is like this. You can see, right? So the magnetic field on this side will be inwards due to the induced current. This is my I induced, okay, and which means if the current direction is this, the magnetic field will further increase. It is already increasing, and the induced current also has produced a magnetic field to help the change. We don't want to help dB by dt. We want to oppose dB by dt. So therefore, the current direction should be reversed, because if I use this going downwards, the current is producing a magnetic field which is moving outwards, right? So dots will get produced. So whatever gain is there in magnetic field, which is a cross gain. Cross means the inward magnetic field, which is the external magnetic field, is increasing because of dB by dt. You don't want to allow this to go up, and therefore you need a dot which is outward magnetic field. The induced current should be such that the field produced is outward, and therefore the direction of induced current here will be AB, because it produces a magnetic field which does not allow dB by dt to go up. Lenz's law. Okay, let's talk about CD now. If you notice CD, right, and even if these are connected, so the current goes like this. Okay, let's check what's happening here. If the magnetic field is going up here, then keep your thumb as the direction of the current. Okay, so which means on the left hand side of this loop, the loop which is this, the magnetic field is outward. Okay, hold it like this, the right hand rule. So the magnetic field is outward, which is good, because dB by dt is going to increase the magnetic field lines, which we don't want. Lenz's law says oppose this, right? So how do we oppose this? A current comes into play, which is the induced current. That induced current produces a magnetic field of its own to cancel the increase in magnetic field which is inward. How do you do that? This induced current produces a magnetic field which is outward to cancel the increase in the magnetic field inward. So the direction of the induced current in AB is this, and automatically it becomes DC for this particular wire. Such questions are very common. You can expect certain questions in which this language is mentioned. Magnetic field is increasing. The moment you listen to this, magnetic field is increasing, you should know the question is dB by dt, right? Just as a quick revision, if you have flux is equal to BA cos theta, right? You can change area, which is the size of the circuit itself, the conducting rod which moves, the size of the circuit or the area changes. So here it becomes the case of dA by dt. And if you remember motional EMF BLV, the rod which is moving at a constant velocity is driven by area change. Then you can have rotation, right? Where the theta changes and omega comes into picture because of the angular rotation. And then this is also a very important situation where the magnetic field is changing. So when you do the all right, so when you do the questions of Lenz's law and Faraday's law, just be clear on two things: that you're calculating the magnitude of EMF using the Faraday's law and using Lenz's law to find the direction of the induced EMF. Okay, the triggers for d phi by dt are dB by dt, dA by dt, and d theta by dt. Or maybe one or more. You can have a situation where the body is having a variable magnetic field where dB by dt also exists, and also you have a situation where the body is rotating. Those are complicated situations, but I think for NEET students and board students and JEE mains, this is good to go. If you want to watch more videos on Lenz's law and the Faraday's law of induction, please go and see my playlist of electromagnetic induction. You will see numerous good questions being solved on this topic. So thank you very much and wait for my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because you will see numerous questions coming in NEET examination, JEE mains, and other board examinations from this channel. Thank you very much.